You're going to love this Ace event so much, Derek.
I don't know, man. I've met some of these so-called coaster people before, and they were fucking awkward, dude.
Don't worry about that. Just focus on sweet behind-the-scene tours of Raging Bull.
Alright, I'll give it a chance, but I swear if any of these nerds make it super awkward, I'm gonna bail, bro.
That's fine. I'm just so glad to be spending time with you since you married my sister. She really loves you, you know.
Sure, whatever. Me too, dude. But don't be a faggot about it.
Let's go get our lanyards.
Welcome to our annual Ace event here at Six Flags Great America.
More like 6 bags, am I right?
Now all you Acers, thank you for being here today. Don't forget to pick up your lanyards and buffet tickets over by the famous double-decker carousel. And make sure to line up for ERT on Raging Bull at 7 p.m. sharp. Also, we got some news from the park, or rather their Twitter account, that we will be sharing the ERT with another local coaster club. Please welcome the members of the FCC, and remember to follow the Ace Code of Conduct at all times. Anyways, have a safe and fun time, Acers!
FCC? I've never heard of them. Let's just go get in line for Raging Bull.
What's with all these fucking mascots? I thought Six Flags was like Bugs Bunny and shit.
It's oh my god! It's fucking furries! Ew, gross. I can't believe Six Flags let those freaks into the park with those big nasty costumes on.
Yo, dude, you need to like chill out. I think they're kinda cool looking.
What the hell? Those people are sex perverts. Like, didn't you watch that CSI episode?
Whatever, man. We're all perverts. Just get in line. They're all getting in front of us.
Ew, fine. Wait, do those raccoons have lanyards on? Oh my god, so do the lions. And that rabbit dressed in bondage gear. FCC, it's the Furry Coaster Club. It's the Furry Coaster Club! Let's go ride something else.
Fucking chill, bro. It's not a big deal. Look, that tiger's dressed like a pirate.
No, seriously, I cannot be around these sex-obsessed, drugged-out weirdos.
Did someone say sex-obsessed, drugged-out weirdos? Salutations. I'm Sparkle Von Plur, the purple femboy Sparkle Fox. Nice to yiv you, Daddy.
I like your tail.
Don't talk to them.
Thanks. I like those big muscly arms and that big muscly bulge. Oh, no. You want some ecstasy?
That is against the Ace Code of Conduct. No sex, no drugs, and no inappropriate behavior.
Those are required in the Furry Coaster Club. Why don't you go yip yourself, you nerd?
Haha, he burned you. Now give me that pill.
Here you go. I picked it up at the gift shop. It has Bugs Bunny on it. And here, some whiskey to wash it down with.
You're my kind of Sparkle Fox, Sparkle Von Plur.
Did you seriously just take a random pill from a fucking freak dressed like a goddamn dog?
Go choke on a horse cock, you ignorant cisgendered cum stain. I'm not a dog, I'm a fox.
Nay, did somebody order some horse cock?
Ew, no thank you.
'Cause there is no cock like horse cock. Send your asshole into shock.
Sorry, that was my phone. Someone's trying to roleplay with me.
Sir, no loose articles on the coaster. Please place all loose articles in the bin and take your seat.
You're riding with me, Daddy.
Hehe, sweet.
Nah, you're riding with me, cutie.
Oh god, no.
Yay!
Dispatch.
Yay!
Oh, your tail is so soft.
Just wait until you feel underneath it.
Yay! Yay!
Oh god, save me!
Shut the door and turn the lock in your cock. Horse cock. You will never hear me saying hey.
Ride This One Podcast. If you want family friendly, go listen to Coaster fucking Radio.
Well, that
That's embarrassing.
Welcome to Ride This One Podcast, Season 2, Episode 2. That's right, we're back, bitches.
Yes, Queen. Yes, we are.
And you know what? I was just at a theme park.
What?
Yeah. I was just at the theme park.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
Hold up. We're getting on to, like, park talk that fucking quick?
That quick.
No.
This is an RTO.
No.
Fucking first.
Like, straight to the money shot. Fuck, man.
No.
We haven't even mentioned Dick yet, Goliath.
I just wanted to tell the viewers that I got something that you didn't. I got wood at a theme park.
It's the last thing I expected you to say.
Now, we all know that our good friend Michael Muldoon's got plenty of wood at a theme park, Goliath.
That's true, but he's not on this week's episode. Now is he?
Oh, okay.
No.
But we do have a very special guest on this week's episode.
We do, and I am very proud to introduce this person. He is my number one Jew. He, in fact, is the head of my board of Jews who won't let us make all the Holocaust jokes.
Aww.
And that would be Brian. Hello, Brian.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Oh,
Welcome, Brian.
wow,
Welcome,
coming-
Brian. I'm glad that Raven let you out.
Yes, she did. She did let me out. She loves you guys. So she was. She said I was allowed about 2 hours. So hopefully we'll get this done quick, and then I could get back. You know.
Okay.
Well, that's an hour and a half of fun and half hour of cleanup.
There you go.
And while you guys are cleaning up, I'm going to go take off, and you guys have fun with that.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to wear his filth out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, if our listeners haven't figured out, if you've been following us since pretty early on in Season 1, we had a lovely sketch where we had Raven's Rough Riders, and Brian's wife was, in fact, Raven.
Yes. She'll be ever known as Raven amongst our circles.
Yes. She's quite a motherly figure to us all, so...
So my question is did Raven's Rough Riders originate as a comedy sketch, or is this just a real life sort of thing that we brought to light?
See, I kind of want to know that myself. I'm not sure how it
So
came
does
to
it
be
get
one
coaster
day.
kinky in your bedroom is what I'm asking.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, when it came about, I think it was somewhere after the Knobles meetup, right? I mean...
Yeah, I think we were like sitting around goofing off, and somebody said that Julie was a dominatrix.
Right. Because she was so good at the tent stuff, I think, and she was hammering down the tent together, and you got it somehow ended up in a.
She was pretty good with the ropes, so
I'm
Right,
pretty sure this
yeah.
is tied to Cards Against Humanity.
It was.
Actually.
Yes, that's what I was going to
Yes,
say.
yes,
It went
yes.
in there.
That was a very good night at first.
Yeah.
So.
But she gave you a hug the next day and saved everything. So.
Aww.
Aww. And I jacked off using that memory for like weeks. Ugh.
Wait, that's too straight. That's too straight for you, Slater. What the fuck?
You know.
Seriously.
Here's the thing. We all know that I'm exceptionally attracted to Jewish guys. Like that's my thing.
Right.
So it was close enough. She's married. It was close enough.
What he's saying is he likes this tip snipped.
I like the tip Absolutely. I'm actually not that picky.
Never thought you would be. I never thought you'd be.
Yeah, no, it's exciting to have Brian here. We all love Brian. I'm gonna put this out here early. He does his own podcast with Tim Wilson, who was on previously, and that is Civil Gore.
Yes. You made the right choice putting Tim on first, though, because, he's the heart behind Civil Gore.
You didn't want to show him up. I mean, right? I mean, you saved the best for last. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying because if, he's the one with the dulcet tones. He's the one that, that comes. I'm just there along for the ride,
So for the people that don't know what Civil Gore is, why don't you tell us a little bit about that podcast?
Okay, well, it's kind of,
Wait a second. I just feel like I need to interject here. It's like, it was very self-deprecating. And, Brian, I'm going to have you know, there are plenty of people out there who think that the sound of a whiny 12-year-old from New Jersey is really sexy, okay? So you need to own it.
Really? Really? What kind of sites have you been
that's
on?
but I was going to say, I was like, the self-deprecating thing comes with being a Jewish guy, so, I had to.
Well, your mother's never going to be happy with anything you do, so you might as well just do it to yourself.
Actually, no, that's the opposite. She thinks I can't do anything wrong.
Oh, my God. Wow.
So go figure, right?
Wow.
Very interesting.
I mean,
Very
that's
interesting.
the mother's way. She can never look down on her child.
Wow, we have very different mothers. This is so... Goliath, what about yours? Does your mom love you? I'm
I
not
think
sure what
so.
love
I
is.
don't know. They're like so far away. I keep my family 3,000 miles away because I don't want to deal with family drama.
I just don't tell my mom what I'm actually interested in, and it keeps our, keeps everything very
She still
simple.
thinks Bishoy's just a friend.
Yeah, just a friend.
Oh, he's just a friend.
It's my Egyptian roommate
Right.
that licks my butthole
Say
occasionally.
he's just a friend. Say he's just a friend. Oh, Bishoy, you got what I need.
Glad somebody else got that.
He
joke.
ain't just a friend, that's for sure. He just turned 30, by the way. We just had his 30th birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh my God, gay death. Tell him I'm so sorry.
I know. We actually threw him a funeral for his 20s.
Wow.
It was a funeral for his penis.
And how much Viagra did you get him?
Well, we've had a stockpile for a while.
Okay,
but
good.
You're acting like you think they have any form of decent health insurance.
My bad.
Yeah, Those gas station boner pills are just as good.
Okay, good to know. This episode has been brought to you by gas station boner pills.
Rhino Power.
They're the best. But speaking of gas station boner pills, we were talking about Civil Gore.
Oh, yes. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Civil Gore before we go on another tangent?
Okay, I'll try and get this quick because I know you guys love to get to your tangents as fast as possible. But
Absolutely.
So,
Why would we? That's what we do the whole show.
It's happening.
See, look
It's
right
happening.
there. I by trying to prevent the tangent, I caused the tangent. So what?
All right, Civil Gore.
Okay.
Civil Gore.
So it's basically Tim and I, when we met at Cedar Point many years ago, or 3 years ago, we decided we both were into horror, and we at one point just decided, hey, let's do a podcast about horror movies. So we kind of just decided to go ahead and do it. We kind of go through the Blu-ray releases. We go through a major episode each year, and we go each episode, and we go through a horror movie. Like what's new in horror, basically, out there. Like, we'll talk about horror video games, horror stuff, and we obviously are very haunt-centric in October, which I know you guys hate, but I figured we help you guys out because you could just direct people that like the haunt talk to us.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, this is really interesting. This is almost exactly how me and Goliath met, except that we met at Knoebels, and we both were talking and realized that we both liked whores, and then we shared a whore underneath the twister.
That was such
It all
a good
comes full
experience.
circle, right?
That was the best experience on that fucking ride.
Who was the whore? Was that Steve Mosley?
I don't think so. I don't
can't
think so.
remember
No,
which one it was.
it was a little tighter than that. That would have been like really.
Oh, it was Kevin. It was Kevin.
Yes,
I
that's
remember.
right. That's right.
So is there going to be a new podcast where it's a horror podcast? You guys talk about your top horrors of 2017.
Top whores. Brian, what is your top horror of 2017?
My top horror of oh god, that wasn't on the question list. Wait a minute, you guys put me on the spot.
We don't send them all to you. We got to keep some in the
Well,
vault.
the reason we asked you that is because of all your Twitter followers. Holy shit, you get some
Yeah.
hot Twitter followers.
I'll tell you, but if you think about it, if the greatest Twitter audience would be a combined of yours and ours together. It's like the most crazy group of people you get. Yeah, I mean, we pretty much get either weird Satanists or half vampires or scantily clad nude women, basically,
Half
or nude women. So yeah, it's pretty good. So
Half vampire, half zombie.
So wait, what
all
percentage
coaster
vampire would like a Twilight vampire be then?
I don't even know. I have not seen more than 30 seconds of that entire series, I have to say.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Are you familiar with Mystery Science Theater or Riff Tracks?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah, MST3K is awesome.
You need to watch the riff tracks of every single Twilight movie. You will never laugh harder in your whole life. That is how excellent they are.
I will watch them if that's if I could get the riff
Yes.
tracks with it. Yeah.
It's how I watched them the first and only time, and I was dying through the whole thing. It's phenomenal. So
Well, enough fucking sparkle talk, you gay fuckers.
it's never enough sparkle, Goliath.
I got a straight guy. Let's get away from the sparkles. Let's get away from the sparkles.
You can never get away from the sparkles on this show.
It's not fair because I really thought Brian was gay when I met him. I really, really did, or I hoped. I hoped.
We know he has issues standing up in the bathroom, so
Yes.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
You know, you're spoiling my story. That's later on when I was going to tell that story.
Shit. Sorry, my bad.
We'll go back
My
to it.
bad.
It's okay.
See now, I don't know if our listeners yet quite know just how perfect a joke that was.
Yeah.
If you guys want to hear the story about Brian in the bathroom not being able to stand up, tune in later.
Yeah.
Should we talk about some news though?
Maybe
I
we
was
should.
going to say.
Maybe we should.
We've been on many tangents already. Should we talk about what's going on out in Las Vegas?
I'm upset about this because I didn't hear
Sad,
this.
I'm
sad
so
news out in Las
sad.
Vegas?
Like seriously, we need like serious sad music behind this because recently I noticed something on our CDB, something extremely sad, something that I never got to experience in Las Vegas. Yes, the whores are still there. Yes, the crack is still there. But what's not there? What's not there at Buffalo Bill's Casino is Desperado.
No.
Oh, man. That aggravates me.
Our CDB has listed Desperado, the Aero Hypercoaster, as standing but not operating.
That's true. That's true.
SBNO. I cannot believe it.
But is it confirmed that it's not going to open again? Because if it's going to open again, it's okay.
So it says, according to a notice at the top of the website for Prim Valley Resorts, all amusement rides are closed until further notice, including the famous Desperado coaster.
Oh.
So this could just be that it's like an off-season thing, or it could be that they're just getting rid of all the amusement rides altogether.
I'm hurt.
Who knows?
I really, really, really am hurt. This was like one of the white whales that I wanted to ride.
It's an awesome ride.
It's an amazing coaster.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a really fucking sad day if this was gone for good.
Can I throw a wild idea at you guys?
Yeah.
What if this park has been purchased?
Ooh.
Who the fuck would purchase this? This is literally out in the middle of
It's
the
like it
fire.
goes through the hotel at one point. It comes out of the hotel, actually. So.
Fun spot.
Yeah, well, yeah, the station. It goes in the hotel at the station, and then it comes out, and it goes back into like a mountain area.
That's really
it's like
cool.
It's really cool. It's such a great. It was one of my favorite steel coasters, and it's like it's always one I kind of forget about for some reason, but it's awesome. And just the casino you're walking through, and there's literally you go by like slot machines, and you look to the left, and there's like a log flume going underneath. It's really kind of a weird scenario
the log
there.
flume's
But
supposed to be really cool too. With
it was, and they broke the guns on it. When I went, there was no guns working on it because it's a shooting log flume.
That's crazy.
I know. I was so bummed. So we just rode Desperado for free, I might add. It was roller coaster day, so we just happened to be there on roller coaster day.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
Well, maybe somebody's bought it, and maybe they're retrofitting it with some of those new B&M trains that Steel Dragon got.
I doubt
I don't see that. I just figure, like, because they have other rides, I thought maybe this is something, because I haven't been there, so... But, kind of like Mall of America, how they have that little park in there, and it's really more managed by, like, Cedar Fair.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, maybe something like that could happen. Or maybe, like, Fun Spot is going to manage it. Or Six Flags has been wanting to acquire more properties. Maybe Six Flags is going to come in, and they just want to redo it and bring it back up to... I mean, I don't know if Six Flags would bring anything...
It never was that busy. I mean, it was busy enough to, like... keep the coaster running through the day, but there was never a line. You usually got on with 3 or 4 other people on one train, and they would only run one train every like 20 minutes. So it wasn't really a huge seller, but they were selling the tickets for like $15 a ticket. So it's not
right.
Even our roller coaster day was empty. We literally walked up and walked on.
Wow.
It was like waiting.
That's
for
always.
us.
That's always.
That's crazy.
You know what the worst part is we're all coming up with like the positives, but we know it's going to either be one of two things because it's probably going to end up one just being closed or two they're going to slap VR on it.
Well, they did that with the fucking New York roller coaster.
They put VR on the what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Oh my
it's ridiculous.
Goodness, why the fuck would you want to ride that piece of shit?
It's so you can't see the bruises coming.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's apparently supposed to be like you're in a lab of some sort, there's aliens, and then you're taken out into the mountain canyon area, and there's robotic alien overlords that you're
All
fighting.
I gotta say is I hope they include the LSD trip this time. Last time I had to ride, I had to pay extra for that.
You would think that they would theme it to New York.
Yeah, you would think.
Instead of like the Grand Canyon with aliens.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, that seems kind of weird for something that like. And if you go there, it's like they try and theme everything else to New York, but yet the roller coaster, which wasn't it called the Manhattan Express at one point? Right?
At one time, yeah.
Now it's just called.
I still call it that,
coaster.
by the way. I'm like Goliath. Like I still call the park out in Northern California, Marine World Africa USA, and I still refer
Discovery Kingdom.
Yeah, and I still refer to that awesome ride, the Schwarzkopf shuttle loop that they used to have at Great America. I still call it Tidal Wave, not Grease
Yeah,
Lightning.
just like you still call Steven Spielberg relevant. I mean,
exactly.
We do a lot of things.
So I'm with Goliath on that one. I tell you,
he's about as relevant as Mel Gibson.
Yeah, that's sad, but I think it's time that we go ahead and learn a little bit more about Brian here. So,
absolutely.
So, Brian, obviously we're all like theme park nerds here. So, how did you become broken like us?
Well, it's kind of funny. So, ever since I was a little kid, I was always taken to Disney and Universal and Knott's when we would go out to visit my grandparents out in California. And I always just was fascinated about theme parks, and I loved roller coasters, except I was a short kid for a long time. Not that I grew up to be a tall adult. I know.
I'm surprised you're able to ride the B&M Hypers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's not like I grew up to a tall person, but yeah. But
were you one of those kids that spiked your hair really fucking tall when you went to the amusement park just so that you could ride the big rides?
I was the worst hair ever. I couldn't even get a Jufro. I couldn't get anything. I had like these flat bangs in front of me. It was a disaster. I didn't. So I didn't even get like the up the edge of that of being
elevator
able to get
shoes. You got to get the elevator shoes.
Yeah, well, I didn't know the Breckners then. I knew. I didn't know their trick. But the funny thing is, as much as I was obsessed with seeing the roller coasters, I was still a little afraid. And at one point, it was most of my life up till I was about I'd say like 13, I think it was. I would literally the Matterhorn was the big coaster for me. And it wasn't until we were going, I went to, there was a sleepaway camp we went to, and they were taking us to King's Dominion. Ooh. And so at that point, I had never been on a true, real coaster before. And all my friends had been on it, and we were going there, and the new one was Shockwave at the time. So that tells you how back in the day, right?
Wow, yeah.
So we go, and so my first real coaster, I figured I'd wipe out all the things in one shot.
Garrus was like, "Oh, Queen, that
is
old." Yeah, I am old. So my first roller coaster, I basically got it all out in one shot there. I got literally my first big steel roller coaster. I got a first inversion and literally standing up on my first roller coaster.
On a
Togo.
Shockwave. On a Togo.
Oh, Togo, yes. Yeah, so after that, I was hooked. We rode, back then they had King Cobra, which is one of the Schwarzkopf shuttle loops. We rode that 10 times without getting off. And I mean getting off by literally exiting the car.
Yeah, sure.
So
we got off on the 11th ride.
Thanks.
But back then it was so they didn't have as many coasters back then. They had literally whatever I think it was Scooby-Doo coaster at the time. They had Rebel Yell, which I saw in the news where I can't call it that anymore, but I'm going to.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I still will call that Rebel Yell. And Grizzly. So back then, there really wasn't that many, so we could just keep going over and over again. And the best part is the next day, we went to Busch Gardens, and I was able to get on, which was one of my... If there's a roller coaster that it's like one of the closest to my heart is Loch Ness Monster. And I got to go on that the next day. So once then, I was hooked. And it was as much as I could get to. And I think I went... When we got back from the camp, I think we went to Great Adventure, and I finally went on all the coasters that I was always too nervous to go on, like lightning loops and all that stuff. And so I was hooked since then. And, now it's like you can't get one big enough for...
Oh, ain't that the truth, honey?
I know you were going to laugh. I knew that was coming. Right out of my mouth, I said, I am setting that up for some great audio drops there.
I was going to say, we're going to cut that little segment out. You can't get them big enough, man. I just can't get them.
I know. I realized I got to be careful with the way I word things here.
Yeah.
But so to me, it's like, And the best part about it is, though, seriously, though, I know you rarely get serious on this show, but I'm so glad I finally did get over that fear and got so obsessed with roller coasters, because I would not know you fine people today. So it's about the community. It really is.
But now that I know your first roller coaster was a stand-up, your whole BDSM thing with Raven makes so much sense.
It
now.
really does.
Yeah. Again, full circle. It all comes around.
Well, I mean, I guess Brian talked about it. King's Dominion, decided, hey, we're going to change the name of Rebel Yell. What?
Yes.
What? I don't get it. I don't understand. Why would you change the name
what are they
to
calling it again? I can't remember.
They're calling fucking Racer 75.
Racer 75.
Why the fuck would you call it Racer 75? Racer 75.
I'm going to be honest with you on this. They could call the ride Sugar Tits for all I care. I don't care.
What?
I don't care. Actually, I wish they would call the ride Sugar Tits, because I'd buy that T-shirt in a second.
Well,
but
that would be so much better than fucking Racer 75. It seems like they're trying to get a little more PC. Like Rebel Yell could maybe be a source of controversy.
Seriously, what the fuck?
Well, okay, and I'm going to throw this in. Speaking of name changes, everyone heard recently that Dolly's Dixie Stampede has removed Dixie from the name.
Right, what
Just
the
the
fuck?
Stampede.
Seriously.
It's just Dolly Stampede.
Yeah, it's Dolly Stampede.
Here's the thing. They say, we feel like that Dixie misrepresents the show and that they can do better in other markets. But in reality, they're we see the writing on the wall. Eventually, this word's going to be racist somehow, so let's get rid of it now. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I know that's exactly what that was.
That's fucking bullshit. I'm sorry.
Okay, so they also at King's Dominion renamed a kid coaster, a kitty coaster named Ricochet Coaster. Is that a kitty coaster?
That's their Wild Mouse.
That's a Wild Mouse. Okay, so they renamed that one to Apple Zapple.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
Okay. Now I have a question. Is weed legal there in Virginia? Because what the fuck?
I don't know.
It is very nearby.
Yeah.
Okay. So they crossed the border, got some weed, and just had a big smoke out. They hotboxed.
We can't have it about guns, man. So what do we do?
No, Apple Zapple.
Man, this fucking apple pie.
I'm just saying Apple Zapple probably is an actual strain, Goliath. You could probably
that
go
would
by
make sense. That would make sense.
Yeah, and Apple Zapple is also one of the girls one of the drinks that these Long Island girls get drunk off of every weekend. I'm telling you, and they go, woohoo!
I thought you were
going
to say that's the name of one of the girls down at the local strip club.
That too. See, so they just went from one controversy to another. Apparently,
I got you. I'm there. I just think it's stupid.
Now I have a question too. So this whole thing with Dixie, right? So if Dixie's a bad word, so what about the supermarket Winn-Dixie? Are they just going to call it Winn? Which they can't either, because Steve Wynn just got in trouble for sexual harassment. So is it just going to have a blank name?
You can't win.
The thing about Winn-Dixie is they're actually selling stores off to other companies. So they're not around here anymore.
Just name
they're
it
just
Winn
selling
Dix
themselves.
And call it a day.
Talking about things that are getting the name changed, they're actually changing the name of locations at Six Flags Over Georgia. They're changing the French area of the park where the boat ride is. They're changing that to the Piedmont section of the park, and they're changing the British area where the entrance British area if you go to the right to ride Georgia Cyclone or the Twisted Cyclone, that's actually going to be the coastal section of the park.
Interesting. Yeah, definitely lots of name changes. But I guess there is one park that has decided not to change their name. Thank God. And that is Disney's Hollywood Studios.
I still call that MGM Studios, by the way. I'm still old school.
Can't get over it. It's MGM forever.
They can't change names on me.
No, it's hard to change names.
You build those memories around that original name. It's set in cement after that.
Just like when Hard Rock Park changed their name to Closed.
Standing but not operating park.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anyone got to experience that. 10 people? It was open for a week.
Didn't the Beard Man go there? I thought he went.
He's been everywhere. I think he's probably been inside my mother by this point.
What kind of rides are there? How many kiddie coasters that we're going to kill him as credits and stuff?
Inside my mom's cunt?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
It's just a Mac Mega.
Well, there's not a McDonald's, so Ariel wouldn't be there.
Oh, an Ariel mention.
And ding, 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 ding. Ariel has been mentioned. Everything is right in the world.
We can cross that off the to-do list. Okay.
Finally.
Wait, is Ariel getting renamed, though? Is she going to still be Ariel?
Yeah, her boyfriend's bitch.
I guess as long as they don't rename McDonald's, she'll be okay, right?
Exactly. You know, she goes to another country, though. She's screwed.
Listen, I hear she's upgrading to Arby's these days.
Oh, those beef flaps, though.
You know they got the
meats. You
meats.
love those beef flaps.
Well, that's one of the names of the rides in my mom's vagina.
Oh, I know this show too well because I knew that was going to be said. I don't know why.
Okay, all right. Let's go back to you, Brian. So, what's your home park? Well, what do you call your home park?
Okay, this one is kind of tricky because technically on my Coaster Crew ID, I named it Great Adventure, but technically now my home park has to be Adventureland because it's literally down the street from me. A tiny little park the movie was based on that park, however, but of course it was filmed at Kennywood. But yeah, so that little park, but I did grow up on it. So it's
now the question is, people are going to be saying, which Adventureland?
Adventureland in Farmingdale. They have their little they have their Mac spinner there, Turbulence, which is actually a really fun little roller coaster there.
And for anyone still confused, not the one in Iowa.
Yes, not Iowa, not with Monster, not in Altoona, Iowa, right? Whatever it is. No, this is Farmingdale, New York.
Have you ridden any other spinning coasters?
Yes, I did. I think was it Pandemonium over at where is that? Six Flags New England, right?
Okay.
I guess.
So how would you compare Turbulence to that? Because that's supposed to be a pretty banging little spinning coaster.
You know what it is, and I think it's normally, you know, when it comes to rides, you know, you want a longer ride and a big, but this one it's the perfect length because it just packs so much into its little layout that for this park it's a fantastic ride. It is so perfect for that ride.
That literally sounds like you were trying to describe yourself in a dating app. I just packed so much punch in a small package.
Well, how do you think they got their description for the brochure? They asked me. Gave them that
like,
one.
describe your dick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty much the same. No.
Brian's just trying to hook Turbulence up with some new flings. That's all.
Yeah. Well, it probably never has a chance to make it into someone's Coaster Sutra, so I figured I'd kind of,
You're like,
props, you know?
Turbulence is the great coaster. You should really give him a chance.
Well, that's such a tiny little park. I love that. But what would you like to see them build next? I mean, obviously a Giga, right?
Well, of course. I mean, the funny thing is, a Giga would literally take up the park and the Target next door. But it's funny you said that because Beardman and I, when we were there, we met up because he's on the island with me. We met up for a roller coaster day there because they were giving away free coaster rides if you brought some kind of like school supply, I guess. There, so we brought I went to Target and it was 50-cent notebooks, so I grabbed a couple and I handed it over and we got some free rides.
That's a stereotype, trying to save money with charity, huh?
Wow. Hey, listen, I'm embracing my Jewishness.
Hey, everyone wins, okay?
But it's funny, we were saying what would be great there. We don't know how they'd fit it in there. They'd have to probably tear off half the park, but they should do is like a Wooden Warrior type ride.
Okay.
Like a tiny little like one of those little wooden coasters that's just, and Wooden Warrior, if you've not got, that is so worth the stop for, even if it's like, because you can hit it right on the way to Lake Compounds and spend like a half hour there. We took our buddy Matt from Yorkshire there, and we were going to Lake Compounds. We veered off and stopped there and got him his Wooden Warrior credit, and it's such a cool little park. And so, something like that would be perfect for Adventureland, although I can't see them ever investing money in it since I've been there. There's been 3 coasters in that spot.
In the spot of Turbulence?
Yeah, where Turbulence was. 3 different coasters. It started off as those rocket coasters, whatever, those like little wild mouse type of coasters. Then they had one of those hurricane clones, which was like just a blue tracked little smaller version of the wild mouse. And then they came up with Turbulence.
Turbulence seems like it's found a home there. Like, I don't see him getting rid of that.
Oh, no. Yeah, that one will
especially
stay.
for $5 million.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
$5 million, there's no way in hell that's moving.
It's like, I think it's called Adventureland here next to Knott's, too. It's like this tiny little family theme park. And they have
with the racers, right? They have that.
They had a
coaster, right?
Jetstar, like an old 50s Jetstar.
Yes, that was it. Sorry, that was the original thing they had. It was like a Jetstar type of thing.
And they put the Rewind Racer in there, and it's like this little shuttle coaster that it's a badass looking coaster, and it's essentially a boomerang but without the loops. It's just got a helix instead of the like the hammerhead element.
That's a cool little park. I want to always go there, but I never been able to get in. The one time I was there, it was literally just to take a picture. My brother, my younger brother, he's into trains, and I guess they have a little train ride there. So we went. The park wasn't even open, but they let us take pictures of the train.
Oh, that's cool. They're like, you want to give us attention? Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, they were thrilled that people I think knew they existed, let alone.
I think Coaster Radio is actually doing didn't they just do a segment on Adventureland out here?
I know they did the one called Coney Island in Ohio recently, which was interesting.
You figure with 2 honorary executive producers right now on the radio, we would know this, but no, we don't know.
That just means we give them money.
Yeah, that's true. It really is.
There's no honor in it whatsoever.
Yeah, we get to slap our name on it at the end and give them $50 a month.
That is true. Well, you give 60, don't you, Slater?
I'm not gonna say what I give or what I don't give.
He's like, I'm editing all this shit out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
He thought he'd be more honorable if he gave an extra $10 over the limit, but yeah.
There's only 3 of you motherfuckers.
No, there's a 4th. He just never shows up.
Okay. Listen, if there's anything that Coaster Radio has taught me, is that you can absolutely buy friendship.
Yeah.
And we thank you for buying their friendship for all the publicity they gave to ride this one.
And bitches were for sale as well.
Absolutely. If you guys want to become the executive producer of Ride This One and do absolutely nothing but give a shit, let us know.
Well, we are really lazy and we haven't made that Patreon page yet, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
One day.
Actually, I think we're just concerned that after like 6 months and like somehow it's negative money.
People are taking from you.
It's like somehow we're paying people to listen.
It's called lawsuits, Slater. We're just going to get sued out the ass, I guarantee it.
No, you just change the spelling to Patreon, P-A-Y, because you'd be paying people to listen. That's all. See what I did there?
I get you.
We'll be like the Bing search engine of the Coaster podcast world. It's like, please just fucking listen. We'll give you money.
No, you want to listen to us because we're the only ones that'll give you porn. You know,
True.
Bing is better for porn. That's what Bing is used for.
And you guys are super honest. You guys give your opinion.
And they'll pay you to look at it.
Exactly.
Did you know that? You can actually make money, a small amount of money, just by using Bing.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
you can.
Yeah.
You can.
All right, Brian. Which of us 3 is the best rapper? Be honest.
I don't know because, well, here's the thing. See, Gare Bear I have not met yet in person, so I know I may not see him right away. So Gare Bear,
you know
no
what?
offense,
It's
but
okay,
you're gonna
Brian.
be out.
We all know it was Goliath. It's fine. We all know.
Well, he's got those deep tones. You know, it's cool.
I know.
So you're saying Goliath won the rap battle?
I think he did.
He might have.
I think we were forgetting to battle each other. You know, we only hurt the ones we love.
Yeah.
So.
Even though you guys are all great, so it's like, you know me. I'm like what was it? Switzerland? What's that? The one, the neutral country? What is that? Something like that.
Yeah, Switzerland.
Yeah, I'm Switzerland.
That's right. Sir Click-a-Lot won. You heard it here first. All right, enough said. This is the end of the episode.
Whatever you got to tell yourself.
We can end the episode.
Dropping his mic. Yeah, he's done, motherfucker.
I'm not dropping my mic. I'm not.
No, he can't drop his mic.
I'm not
It's
dropping
brand
my
new.
mic.
brand
It's
new
expensive. It's a brand new fucking mic.
Oh God! You know, I'm glad that you can afford a mic, but you know what? You know who can't afford shit? Apparently, Busch Gardens Tampa.
And
Really?
I've not been to that park yet, and they're taking it all away before I get
They
there.
are taking it all away. Like they're closing another section of the park. Now,
What else are they
I've
closing?
been there. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what area of the park this is.
What are they closing? I can't
Wait,
even...
you've been there? You don't even know this area of the park?
Do not even know that. I am so bad with names. Like,
No wonder why it's gone. If people that have been there don't know where it is, it probably never existed in the first place.
From Screamscape, the latest update to the Busch Gardens website claims that the park's Jungala area, rides, and treetop trails climbing area are currently closed. No reason is given, and it looks like the attractions have already been removed from the park's website as well.
Well, did they tear down Gwazi completely? Maybe that's where all the pile of rubble is going to go.
Yeah, no.
No?
Different area.
Yeah.
The biggest problem is, all the people having sex in that park while working.
I know. This can't keep those employees going. I mean, but I'll be honest. I mean, who's not gonna get a hard on from Montu?
Absolutely.
So
all I know is I better get down to this park because it literally seems like it will be gone by the time I get there.
Yeah,
No, they're
yeah.
piecing it out slowly. You need to go.
It's an amazing park. It really is. People don't give it enough credit. I think it's because it's located in a trailer park. But
basically.
But aside from that, it's amazing. It's like one of the best. If you live out here and you have like Knott's, which is an amazing theme park, and then you also have Six Flags, which is Six Flags. Busch Gardens Tampa is like a world-class park. I couldn't even imagine Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I can't. I'm so excited to go see it.
Such a great park. I would say it's like more than twice.
Yeah, but
as
Knott's
good.
is awesome. I love
Knott's is amazing. Knott's is a gem.
I grew up on Knott's. I grew up going there and like
but
going on
let's
the train
let's have
Yes.
some honesty here. Knott's versus Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Really, where are you going to choose to go if you could only go to one?
I've never been, and I know without a doubt that Williamsburg probably has the better theming.
It's got the better liquor, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, Knott's
Yes.
has
But Knott's has a better dark ride.
Yeah.
Well, considering Busch Gardens has no dark right
Exactly.
I'm just going to say that at least like when I was at Knott's, half of everything was closed. So Busch Gardens Williamsburg still gets the win for me because this is a competition apparently. Now Knott's must be burned to the ground. Brian, call upon your Jewish God.
Wait, can I say something about Knott's though that I think has been what happened? Why Knott's is like it is. When I grew up, it literally was kind of competing against Disney only.
Yeah.
It was.
So
It was.
That's where its greatness came from.
yeah, I mean they only had themed rides. It was really well done. But then once Magic Mountain got really big, and Universal started adding thrill rides, it had to kind of combine and compete with 3 different parks.
Yeah.
And so it like just became this mishmash of stuff. And it's got great stuff. It's just it's weird. It's
It
like
is
this
weird.
enigma of a park. I don't know, but I still love it because I have so many memories, especially the Ghost Town. Like I could spend half the day in the Ghost Town area alone.
See, it's the best of all the worlds, just like you were saying, because they had to compete. They have literally everything. They have the highly themed
Right.
Ghost Town. They have the high thrill rides.
I love how much you all love Ghost Town. I cannot wait for you bitches to go to Silver Dollar City.
Oh,
I
don't
know,
even.
I can't-
I want
and
to
that is-
so bad.
We're planning on it for this year for sure. I definitely like, I was saying how I wasn't sure of it, but that's definitely, if there's one trip I have to take this year, that's the one. So I've already started looking up preliminary
That's right.
things.
That's
So,
right.
The Coaster Radio meetup will be there.
I'm gonna have like everyone spending the night at my house. It's gonna be great.
I just want the Slater-led parade through the center of Silver Dollar City. I think that needs to happen.
Oh, and it's gonna be so fab. We're gonna get kicked out.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
They're gonna
yes.
ambush us to the cave. They'll send us to the cave.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be a good time. So
Yep.
let's get back to you, Brian, because this is a very important question, and I'm gonna judge you greatly on how you answer this. Okay?
I think I know which one this is, and I've been very prepped for this.
Wood or still, Brian?
Okay, so I'm gonna, as typical normal Jewish guy from New York, this may ramble on a bit, but I feel I have to give this story its due. So, growing up, okay, I was definitely a steel person because of all the coasters that I was experienced at that point. I mean, yes, there was Rebel Yell, but it was, as great as it is, it's still just an out and back. Then, as I got older and I gone through, I really had like Rolling Thunder at Great Adventure. It wasn't until I was a little older and I got Hershey Park Beyond the Comet when they added Lightning Racer and Wildcat was there. I kind of had this thing about the wood coasters of being like these old rickety things. And then, and Goliath will know exactly what I'm talking about here. Then when I moved to California, basically, other than getting on, of course, the Giant Dipper, which is fantastic, but it's still that old school style coaster, the wood coaster.
Old stool.
I basically, the biggest wooden coaster that I had in my repertoire was Grizzly.
Yeah.
Great America.
Wow.
Now, if there's nothing to turn you off of a wood coaster, it's Grizzly, Great America.
That's hot garbage. You're 100% right. Was it Marriott's or Paramount's?
At first, it was just Santa Clara's Great America when I first got out there.
Okay.
Then it became Paramount, and now it's California's Great America again.
God, what a horror of a
so-
park. That thing has been everywhere and back. It's like an indecisive teen. It's like
Yeah, it was the first park though. It has a distinction in my lore. It is the first park I bought a season pass to though. Oh, okay. When I moved out there. So it was. I mean, it has its merits. That park. It really is a fun park. I think once they're all done with their whole plan that they have for it, it's going to be a major destination park. I have a feeling, but
for sure.
But so
as long as you don't want to go during a football game.
Right, yeah, you don't want to go on football Sunday, so go early in the summer. So anyway, so I was pretty much a Steel guy all the way up until one moment that kind of changed everything, and that was, I'll call her Raven since that's how she's known on this show, had surprised me for Christmas and planned a Dollywood trip because she knew it was always on my bucket list to go to Dollywood, and I got to ride Thunderhead. And I saw something that wooden coaster, for me, I was like, wow, this wooden coaster is crazy what this can do. And so I starting to seek out more wooden roller coasters at this point. So then the next year I discovered Boulder Dash, which, that's my number one of all, because that's, and Slater, you need to get down here for Boulder Dash, I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. We got to get you on Boulder Dash.
That's such a bucket list coaster for me, fucking day.
It's phenomenal. And so then, right after Boulder Dash, a week later, I got to discover Phoenix and Twister at Knoebels. And a year later, if it wasn't already cemented, I got to go to Holiday World and experience, of course, their 3 amazing wooden roller coasters. So, sorry, Goliath, but I am full wood.
It's okay. Oh my God. Okay. It's all good. It's fine. You guys can.
But you knew that.
I knew that.
We've been friends a few years now. We've had this discussion. So.
I know. You guys are wood. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
There's love for everyone here.
Exactly. You guys.
Not that I would not, but I would not go on a steel coaster by any means. Because I love all coasters, but yeah.
Well, I mean, since you like wooden coasters, are you excited about? Are you excited about the new coaster coming to Six Flags Over Georgia?
I have never been to Six Flags Over Georgia, so I was already excited to go there. But yes, now that I've seen it, that beautiful blue track, oh my God, that looks amazing.
Well, that one's going to be exciting, but it's not that one that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the other one. I'm talking about the Jewish one.
Oh, so you mean Nicham Merks Nachrima Terg?
Oh, yes, a classic name.
Okay.
Good job.
I'm excited about that one.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Slater, you're just rewinding it and just playing it in reverse, right?
Okay.
Those that are wondering what the fuck we're going on. Why Slater's sounding like a special.
I'm sorry I had a dick in my mouth. What I meant to say.
It's okay. What we're talking about is Six Flags Over Georgia just announced that for this season or for a limited time, they're not setting a time that they're going to stop. Starting on March 10th, opening day, they will be running the Great American Scream Machine in reverse. But the interesting thing is, it's not going to be using Great American Scream Machine trains. It's going to be using Cyclone trains.
Oh, well, Jesus Christ, it's happened again, Goliath.
Not again. Fuck.
Oh, no. This time, it's Care Bear, you bitch.
Okay, good. It's not the guest.
It's not the guest. I'm still here. I'm just letting you know.
Dude, seriously. You didn't learn from our last guest, Care Bear? Come on.
Oh, my God. You lost a host this time.
Yeah, he definitely vomited and passed out. That's exactly what happened. He didn't forget his charger and his computer died.
No. That was definitely vomited and passed.
Good thing you had a guest that's also a podcaster that could just fill in and be okay. But see, Goliath. Now that the funny thing is, the heterosexual advantage comes out for you.
It's just the 3 of us. We can make it if we.
You have to change that whole song now.
3 of us. And I mean that sexually.
Brian, just please don't do what Kenny did. Please just stay on my team. Stay on the.
Don't worry, I'm there. Okay, I'm on your team.
Good.
It's okay.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
So you're excited about this? About the new Ride It Over Georgia?
Yes. I like wood coasters, so I am all for it.
They talked about it yesterday, running it in reverse because it's not painful enough. Let's run it in reverse.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Six Flags Georgia is going to be like a #1 destination park this year coming up.
Absolutely. Just make sure to do it after Memorial Day because the new coaster's not running before Memorial Day.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Usually before Memorial Day, I don't really take many trips. I usually take local trips. Like I'll hit probably Kings Dominion before Memorial Day for Twisted Timbers, but possibly Cedar Point. But yeah, no.
Six Flags has always been that way. They're like, rides are never gonna open with the park. They're gonna open in summer sometime. That's always how it is.
No, they're gonna open it for the when the kids are available. Basically, when school becomes available, Memorial Day happens, and then kids are out of school, so then they can actually staff their rides.
But I'll tell you this you guys are not going to believe, because both of you experienced Great Adventure. I would say at its worst, but it's really at its norm now. But they used to actually hit their ride openings from the spring break week preview weeks. Like I remember Medusa, which is now Bizarro, they opened in March. I remember because I went, or March or April or something, I went, and it were open. And same with El Toro, from what I remember, although I think it might have closed down. I may be getting my facts a little off.
Of course, it's an intimate. Yeah. Of course it would close down.
And actually, I wanted this, speaking of intimate, I was one of the riders that was on King Dakar right before it had that big close down in its opening year. We had finally got on it after like a 2.5 hour wait, and then within literally 15 minutes it shut down for the rest of the summer.
Wow.
So I was lucky.
Well, we know you're a steel guy. We know your home park is Adventureland.
No, I'm not a steel guy.
No, we know you're a wood guy.
You're trying to get me over there, but
Sorry, it's okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying to convert you, but not as much as Slater's trying to convert you right now. But anyway.
Yeah.
If you were going to take us out on a hot, passionate date after a theme park, where would you take us? Because obviously the Adventureland experience was not amazing, so you got to make it up with food.
Oh, I have plenty. Actually, it's funny. This is the question I was telling Slater before. I actually have a whole weekend for you guys. Ooh. Not just one.
Oh, wow.
Day. So I'm going to go through it. So, and you can ask Tim and Matt from Yorkshire, because we hosted them both, and we made sure they had like the best New York could offer. So
just so you know, Brian, I hope you have rubber sheets. That's all I'm saying.
We'll order. If I know you're coming, we'll order. Don't worry. I'm going to have the advantage of, I'm on Long Island, but we are just a short trip to New York City.
Okay.
So I think right after Adventureland, though, was only a few minutes away. I would take you guys to Croxley Ales, which has, first of all, they have an amazing selection of beer. They have rarities. They have like about 80-something taps, and they have the best wings in all of New York. And yes, I am saying that being in the same state as the Anchor Bar, of course, up in Buffalo, Duff's, but no, Croxley's has the best wings. And the best part is they have 10-cent wing nights.
Oh, wow.
They have Taco Tuesdays.
Wow.
They have, so you can literally go in there and drop $2 and you get 20 wings, basically.
Wow.
So, well, actually, I think it might have moved up to 20 cents. Maybe 20 cents
He's
now.
like dropping $2, motherfucker. I'm dropping $10. Okay.
Yeah, no. So, like, literally, you can go in there and it's like you can have like a great night, have a ton of great beer, have a ton of wings. You can ask Beardman if you don't believe me, because we went there after Coaster Day because he had never been to Croxley's. So that's where we take you guys the first night. Then I figured we'd hit.
You already got my pants off. Let's keep going.
Yeah. So whether or not, like, depending on what we'd which park you'd pick, because there's Coney Island, there's Rye Playland, there's Great Adventure. We can even, although Lake Compounds would be a stretch just because you'd want to stay there for night rides on Boulder Dash, and that would kind of skew this plan. So I'd take you to one of the local New York parks, either Playland or Coney Island, probably something like that. And then we'd come back to Long Island and make sure, and I know you guys have seen the pictures, we'd go to Minato, which is a great sushi buffet on Long Island.
Yes. Oh, my God. Those look so good.
Yeah. So I would definitely take you guys there because you'd have to experience that.
Right.
Okay. Yep. The boxer shorts are down.
Yeah. So Sunday morning, I'd make sure that you guys were, we had a plan, and I pre-ordered this in advance. We'd make sure that we reserved some cronuts over in Manhattan.
You had me at cronuts.
Oh, you getting me? I'm all lubed up now.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling you, see, I thought about this question. I did not just come off at this off the top of my head. So we reserved the cronuts, stop in the city, get some cronuts, then head off to one of the other parks that we didn't hit the other days. And then if we had time, we'd come back to the city and hit maybe like Budokan or some other bars in the city, something like that. Maybe go hit PDT, which is that speakeasy in Manhattan.
I love speakeasy.
I'd set you guys up with a weekend.
And it's a hole-in-one.
Wow, let's go.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Do it.
And you can ask Tim, you can ask Matt from Yorkshire. Listen, I know how to host people. We will make sure you get the finest stuff in New York.
Well,
that
of course,
can.
you're
Maybe
Jewish.
not
It is
so much.
always so annoying when you're on Grindr and you're both into it, but then like they can't host, and you're like, I can't host. So I'm glad that you're a host.
Yes,
letting weird people into your
actually,
home.
I'm recording now from our guest room, which is. It's got some little coaster theme thing. It's got the wonderful Silver Dollar City Fire in the Hole mug that my good friend Slater sent me.
Yeah.
So it's themed very very well, and we nicknamed it the Matt from Yorkshire Suite. But
I said, I'm gonna need that back. No.
yeah. So I got, and that's not even. I even have some contingency plans in case should one of those things not work out.
Ooh.
So don't worry.
Well, damn, he's very, very prepared and thorough.
He is. He's the most thorough host we've gotten that hasn't suggested that we go to fucking Mexican.
No. See, I did not include that.
True. Yes, true. I did say that.
I even have a great steakhouse in mind if that's what we want to go to.
Ooh.
In Manhattan, so
hell
which
yeah,
is called Benjamin, not the big ones that everyone's heard about. Just a little lesser known one though. But I'll tell you, this place does everything for you, but fucking eat your steak for you. I swear to God, they literally stand by and cut it for you when you're ready to have it.
Wow,
it's amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Damn. Well.
So that should just wrap up the show, right? Because how are you going to continue after that, right?
Well, I mean, I suppose that is difficult, but we do need to because there is more news I want to go over real quick.
There is
more stuff we want to talk to you about. Let's jump to Kennywood, who has announced a new children's section, Thomastown.
What they got the rights to Shining Time Station and all that stuff. Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Cool.
And they're going to be opening that this next year, and I'm not surprised because I figured that the coaster right now is apparently for 2019. So they do something for the kids, for family, and then they go through a ride next year.
I did hear, though, Ringo Starr refused it because he didn't want to get that eye bacteria. Or get jizzed on, apparently, either.
And unfortunately, Mr. Conductor has passed away. It was amazing watching George Carlin doing a clean show. That was weird as fuck.
And my brother was a big Shining Time Station fan growing up. My youngest brother, because I said he was into trains, that was like his show too. So
I'm sure it was. Now it's just reverted back to Thomas.
Yeah.
No Shining Time Station.
At least Kennywood is getting something, whereas like in Missouri, we're losing shit.
No, you're not. You're not losing
Not
shit.
all of it, but we're losing some of it.
You're losing some of it, but you're also gaining something else.
Yeah.
It's the year of reverse. It's the year of reverse at Six Flags. Not only can you ride
Enicham Merks Nachrima Terg,
but you can also ride Batman in reverse at Six Flags St. Louis. Go fight over your Batman in reverse, guys.
Yeah.
That's like the reverse from Georgia this year. They're going backwards.
Yeah, they're
but
going
backwards. Goliath, that's not all they're doing.
Really? What else are they doing?
They are shortening the boss. They are removing the helix from the boss.
So what you're saying is they are prepping for a RMC to come in next year.
I wish that was true. But you know why this is weird? Because at Worlds of Fun this year, they're also removing a helix from Timberwolf. We're getting 2 helixes removed from our state in the same year. That's just weird.
Damn.
Where are these helixes going? I want to know. Is there like a helix in the sky somewhere?
I don't know. I don't know why. Did a law pass where like wood coasters aren't allowed to have helixes anymore?
Only in Missouri.
And I didn't get on the bus either. What the hell? They're taking things away on my bucket list here.
And what is this thing with the just like changing layouts recently?
What's amazing is removing the helix is removing 420 feet.
It's a big helix. It's long.
Wow.
420 feet. So, just smoke them up. Smoke them up if you got them in memory of the helix on the boss.
I mean, I'm like, okay, just fucking RMC it at this point. Just fucking see it.
Now, I know the boss is that coaster that kind of has that like visible shake on it. Is that where the helix is?
No.
Because I've never been on it.
No. That's the very, very end of the ride. It's very low to the ground. It's
okay.
Actually, probably the most intense part of the ride.
Because I've been to Six Flags St. Louis, but way back in the day before they had the Boss. So
yeah, no, it's weird. And I'm like, do I count it as a new credit next year if I go ride it without the Helix? Like,
I say yes
probably
because
would.
it's not the same ride.
The Boss gets demoted. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's weird.
Did you consider the Legend new credit?
You know, I didn't because I didn't feel like they changed it quite enough.
Yeah, because didn't they just more kind of like make it smoother? Like the same reason why I don't think you can count Boulder Dash as the new Boulder Dash as a new credit, because they basically just took a triple up down thing kind of and made it into more of a sloping double up. So I don't know if that counts. I think there's got to be a threshold. There should be a defined thing though. Someone needs to just step in.
Changes the layout like majorly, then yeah.
Right.
So that's why like the Iron Horses are new credits.
Right.
I don't know if Timberwolf being Sans Helix and the Boss being Sans Helix, I don't know if those are new credits. I really am not sure. I actually might put a little thing up on Twitter, see what people think on that one. Are they new credits?
That's a good poll question.
A good poll question. I like a good poll.
Yeah,
I know you like a good poll, so that's a good poll
I
question,
do.
though. Yeah.
Well, speaking of writing polls, we've got a question for you. We ask all of our guests. We want to know if you could have sex, or if you guys have had sex on a roller coaster. I'm sure it wouldn't surprise me if you guys had. Tell us about your sexual experience on a coaster, or what you would suggest.
Okay, so now once again, being a longtime fan of Ride This One from the very beginning, I expected to be on at some point. So I came up with an answer on this. Unfortunately, it's funny, this is the perfect time for this question because it involves the change in layout of Boulder Dash.
Oh, really?
First of all, that would have been my answer. If you would have asked me this a year ago before they did the reprofiling of the end there, I would have said Boulder Dash because think about it. It starts off, because I will say, and not to sound cheesy, but I am a romantic at heart. So, I figure going up the nice, slow lift hill into the woods.
Oh, really? I thought you were going to go with more trudging through the forest.
No, because you're going up the nice lift hill. That's like the foreplay, right?
So I'm assuming Julie has like more of a landing strip. I mean, what's her pube situation is what I'm getting at.
Okay, first of all, I got to tell you, this question is like really like it's harder for me than any other guest because you guys know Raven very well. She's been at all these events, so you guys can have like true visuals, unlike any other question before.
We've made everyone else send pictures.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys have not been on Boulder Dash, so you don't know. But then you do this nice slow climb up to the top through the woods, and you come whipping around. So that's like the lift hill is like the foreplay, right? Then you come whipping around, and it starts the frenzy, and you go through up and down the woods. But it's still a romantic setting, the woods, camping, the whole thing. And the best part is right around the end, you used to get these 3 like final slam thrusts, which is the perfect ending. Right? To a coital experience. But no, they changed it now. So I can't use that because it used to be the perfect ending, but see now it's just more of a gradual.
So are you like fucking the ride or I mean, I understand that you're like are you like
no,
a
but
sexual? Is that what you're trying to tell us with that one? Because
No, because I'm lazy and it does the work for me because I just got to go there and the slamming in and out.
Oh, so it's like riding those Intamin impulse coaster.
Yeah, so basically the ending is done for me. I could just stay in my spot, but I get the 3 final thrusts
to
finish.
Gotcha, okay, but what would you call that one? Did you have a name for it?
Oh, I didn't, but you know what? It was so long ago, I don't know if I had a name back then.
I guess to me, I would maybe call it a lazy Sunday.
Yeah, that would work. That definitely would work because, yes, being lazy as I am, doing the last part for me.
Boulder thrust, maybe?
Okay, so I have to change this because you want something current. So I will pick, since I'm a very caring husband, I decided to pick the Tower of Terror because that's Julie's favorite ride. So I figure for some reason, if I'm off my game.
I just assumed that was the nickname for your dick.
Oh, yeah.
The Tower of Terror, she loves riding the Tower of Terror.
Well, yeah, but see, that's where I'm going with this. See, I figure if I'm off my game, she still gets an enjoyable ride. That's my pick. So for Tower of Terror,
that's smart. Plus, you get the video. Obviously, get the video.
I know, like, when I said I prepared for the show, I prepared. I thought of all aspects of it.
Well, we thank you for being the most prepared guest on our show.
Which it's funny to me because knowing you as well as I do, Brian, at least at theme parks, theme park bathrooms at least, things do not normally go so well for you.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't. So is this the time for the story?
I think it is.
Okay.
I think it is.
So this is basically to answer, I guess, to your theme park question. Because I told Slater earlier in the week, I'm like, I don't have like a raunchy sex story at a theme park, but I do have a funny one that involves a bathroom, which I guess will work, right?
Absolutely.
So this, of all places, is at the at Hollywood Nights, so which is the last place you'd expect a story coming on this podcast. But anyway, it was after our they give that water park ERT,
right?
And so I went in to go change into the stall, and I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so I try not to lean against too many things and touch too many things. I will admit that. So I was trying to change while in one of the stalls, while leaning as little as I could up against a wall. And so I leaned against the stall door. Being the klutz I am, I literally slipped while changing and fell hard to the ground, and my legs going completely into the stall next to me. And I just hear someone in the voice go, "Dude, you okay?" So I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So I get out, get myself together. Of course, wash my hands for 25 minutes because I've touched the floor now, and walk out, convened with our group of friends, and I was telling everybody the story, basically what happened. And then our good friend, the Beard Man, goes, "Oh man, that was you?" now, he was not the stall where my legs went under. That was some stranger I don't know. But he was in the stall on the other side of me and heard the whole interaction and probably was hysterical in there. So,
wow, y'all are shit brothers now.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the best thing come up, and that's not the first accident I've had at a theme park.
Wait a second, didn't you have a situation at Dorney?
I don't know if I had a Dorney.
I feel like
I had one
almost fell when we were all at Dorney. I think that's when I first heard about your clumsiness.
Probably. And Ariel gets the kick out of it because she's seen a couple. But it's funny, Beard Man is a big constant of it because he saw one of my other one where I literally almost fell onto the track of Bizarro at Six Flags Great America because it was all wet on the train.
I'm already prepared. I know that if I ever have to go to your funeral, God forbid, it will be because of an accident, and I know that.
It will, and I cannot disagree with that. It will be completely because I fall off of something.
Julie, I'm saying this just because you need to make sure you take a very large accidental death life insurance policy out on him, and you will be set, honey. So.
Oh, that was in the prenup. I made sure she was taken care of for my accidental demise. But there's also Great Adventure. Actually, was two of them because the one at Bizarro, and then but way back in the day before I knew you guys and everything, there was they had the Enterprise there, and while I was getting off of that, I somehow caught my foot and fell out of that onto the concrete, onto the ground, and having them all panic when they saw me fall. But I was literally just no sound was coming out because I was laughing so hard. But yeah, so that one's. That's another doozy. And last Hollywood Nights, I don't think most of you saw this, but I literally walked into a pole when we were walking back at night. Because remember, we were there late because of our memorial ride on the voyage, and the lights were off. So now it's commonplace already. I mean, it's guaranteed at some point.
Right, exactly.
You know what else is just guaranteed and commonplace? RMC conversions. And now, apparently, we're getting another one. Robin Hood at Wallaby World. They're doing an RMC conversion. They're doing an RMC
So you're thinking about
conversion.
me colliding into things, and you said convert. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So, am I just getting tired of these? I'm okay. I do something new.
Okay, so this is something that I've never seen before. That wooden coaster is a Vekoma wooden coaster.
Now, I know I'm not the super coaster nerd like some people out there, but is there another Vekoma wooden coaster anywhere?
So there's 3 wooden Vekoma coasters. The Robin Hood is in Wallaby, Holland. The other one is Loop Garou in Wallaby, Belgium. And the other one is the Thunder Coaster in Tusenfryd
Tusenfryd?
in Norway.
Okay.
Wow. These are rare credits, I would take it then.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, not necessarily easy to get.
Probably only Dan the T-shirt guy and Beard Man will get these credits.
Yeah. Oh, they will, I'm sure.
Those are interesting restraints, too.
It's going to all go RMC, so that's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
They haven't really seen, though, pictures of what the layout's going to be. They haven't really shown any of that since it's not for 2019. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll get more excited about it later.
There's lots of stuff rumored for 2019. You know, Dollywood's getting the biggest expansion in the park history.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this, whatever this is.
Yeah, they wouldn't tell us what it is. As everyone knows, they've been clearing a lot of land they've been clearing a lot of land. All I got to say. Unfortunately,
I've seen a lot of rumors about this too, what it could be. Have you seen all those things now?
Yeah, everybody's got a rumor. Everybody's got a rumor.
What?
Wow.
Like when Goliath at the winter warm up, they basically said, yes, this is in 2019 will be the largest investment in park history.
Yeah.
So that's some exciting shit right
That's
there.
larger than Lightning Rod. That's crazy.
And that was 22, wasn't it? 22 million?
But this people, I've seen things from saying it's a whole new land. It's just a big giga. It's a new hotel. Even
I've heard a large theater, like an amphitheater. But
Yeah.
like,
Well, they're already getting a theater and stuff, but I think they wouldn't announce it to Ace at the Ace members at the coaster event if it's not going to be a coaster.
right.
You know,
I would think.
I would
yeah,
think,
I would
but,
think
you know,
that's a
who
shoo-in.
knows? Dollywood fucks around with people, so you never know.
Maybe it's a Miss Lillian themed giga coaster.
Maybe.
What do you think?
Maybe that'd be cool. It'd be cool because she lost her restaurant. Because she lost her chicken house. Now it's a barbecue
did?
place. Yeah, it's now a barbecue place. I mean, she's
Oh my
still there
God,
and
that-
stuff, but it's a barbecue place now. They have fried chicken.
We were just there though, weren't we? Just there
Yeah,
last
and
year.
they had barbecue. They had barbecue. It was a barbecue buffet.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That was over a year ago.
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago.
Two years ago, right? And Miss Lillian's actually, maybe it was because I got the stomach ache and it like made me miss that last lightning rod. I don't know.
Maybe that's it.
Right.
Maybe that's it. They're also.
But that was so good. I love Miss Lillian's. What is she doing then?
No, she's still around, and it's still Miss Lillian's. It's a barbecue place along with fried chicken. It's not just fried chicken.
I mean, it kind of makes sense if you think about it. They did have two all you can care to eat or whatever they named it, and they were pretty similar.
Exactly.
Like Aunt Granny's was similar. So okay.
The other thing that he was talking about was they're completely redoing Aunt Granny's the way they did Backstage Cafe. They're completely gutting the restaurant and reimagining Aunt Granny's buffet. So this season it'll be interesting to see what comes.
Wow.
You know, I think we have one last question for you. This one, I am eager to hear your reaction because I know you well enough to kind of already know what this reaction is going to be. And it's our newest question that just started with this season. And that is, Brian, do tell us, what is your true opinion of Rob Alvey?
Okay, so it's funny. I was prepped for the other one, but when you told me that this was a little variance, I tried to prep as much as I could on this one. So I will say I have never actually met him, although I've seen him, and he is just from what I've seen of him in person, he just exudes pure arrogance, right? So. And, obviously, he has banned several of my friends off of his site, which I'm not even going to name. But, so, I will say this. I will preface this with saying I actually have never met him or interacted with him. But I will say I do not like him. I do not care for him. I will respect him, what he did for the industry in terms of putting it on the sites on the map, per se. But I don't like his arrogance and his elitism of banning my friends from his site. And I can outwing him. I will tell you this. I don't care how good his wings are. I guarantee you I will make better wings than him. Well, I'll challenge him to a wing off. Even though I will tell you my wing recipe is nothing special other than using a certain kind of sauce. That's it. But
are you coming in
it's
the
better
sauce,
than his.
Brian?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
It's a name brand sauce, which I don't know if you have the rights to name, so I won't name it.
Okay, that was actually, I don't know about you guys, but was that a lot tamer and calmer than you expected?
Absolutely, it was. Absolutely, it was.
Very
I can't wait to
calm.
have Raisin. I can't wait to have Raven on. That's gonna be the real fun.
Raisin, you called her
Raisin.
You shriveled my wife up. What is going on here?
Slater, you forgot a question.
I did?
Yes. Brian, what's
Yes.
your least favorite coaster or least favorite ride?
Okay. Well, right now, I will say my least favorite ride. I know everyone says T3 and all those different SLC, but I'm going to say right now it's Green Lantern at Great Adventure.
All right. So
That thing rattles my head and rattles my ears against it to the point of where I come off bruised on my ears from that stupid ride. I don't know if it's my height.
it is your
that just
height.
hits
It's the shortness. It's okay.
yeah, it is brutal. I hate that thing. I literally I rarely will skip a coaster. Even if I didn't like it the first time, I skip that one.
How tall are you, Brian?
I am just under 5'9".
Yep, it's your height.
Yeah, it probably is. I will preface that saying that, you know what? It could be a great coaster for some that do that, but it's funny though. Not all stand-ups though. Roller coasters who've done that to me. Like I went on Apocalypse at Six Flags America was fine. Shockwave, the last time I went on it before it closed, was fine.
If you come down to over Georgia, we're going to get the Alabama Scorcher. And no, they're not painting it. It's still going to be that same shit brown or tan, yellow, whatever. But they're changing the name to the Alabama Scorcher.
Another name change. What the hell?
It's only temporary because the park
They lost the bet.
because they lost the bet. So Atlanta fans, if Atlanta United makes it to the playoffs, tell Gene not to make a bet because every time Gene's made a bet, they've lost.
Well, now that
That's not
we
good.
know, though, that you hate Green Lantern so much, we have to know who within the coaster community at large do you hate enough to have ride that ride for all eternity?
Here's the thing. Now, see, it's just because, like I did say, that that ride could be good for some. So that's not what I'm gonna pick for this.
Oh, okay.
And so now, obviously, everyone usually the common answer is Rob Alvey T3, right? Everyone picks that. That's like the common one.
I mean, we've heard a lot of things, honestly.
Okay. Well, I will pick him. Let's say just to stay with the norm, but I'm changing the coaster. It's gonna be the current edition Merlin's Mayhem. And I hope that he sits in the right seat, that his wing hand gets damaged completely. So we don't have to hear more about how good his wings are.
There we go.
Thank you,
Now
sir.
it's shining through.
Thank you, sir.
Listen, you don't ban my friends. And there's one thing you guys should know about me. I defend my friends to the end. My friends are my family. And so you know what? You ban my friends, it's a war now. So there you go.
That's amazing. So, just jumping completely onto another topic, though, is y'all have heard by now about the Wickerman coaster going into Alton Towers, right?
Yes.
Right.
Well, apparently, Nicolas Cage just recently caught wind of this actually happening, of this ride being built. And he wasn't very happy about it, actually.
Really?
Yeah. And like we do, because we have spies everywhere, we have a recording of what went down.
Oh my goodness, I can't wait to hear this.
Welcome to Merlin headquarters, sir. How may I help you?
Yeah, excuse me. Hi, my name is Nicolas Cage, famous movie star. My question is, pretty simple. You see, I was just in the neighborhood, and where is my fucking money?
Oh my. Mr. Cage, why, this is an unexpected surprise.
You're damn right it's unexpected. With Nick Cage, everything is unexpected. Like the volume of my voice!
Can we help you? I'm not sure I understand what you're asking for.
I want my money. You created a roller coaster, the Wickerman, based on my movie, and the Cage has come to collect.
I don't understand. What money? The ride is based on an ancient druid effigy.
No! It was based on my 2006 film of the same name, and I demand compensation. 500 gold shillings in my bank account. Now, love.
Shillings? What?
You heard me, sweetheart. And I'm going to use that money to open my own theme park. You know what it's called? Wait for it. It's called Nick's Flags.
Oh, why, that sounds quite delightful, Mr. Cage. And, what sort of attractions might we find at Nick Flags? Get me security right now.
Rides based off all my hit movies. Gone in 60 seconds. It's a launch coaster with a 6-second launch. Kick-Ass. It's a roller coaster that kicks ass. And last but not least, Face Off. Because when you ride it, it will rip your face right fucking off.
Why, that gives us quite the competition, Mr. Cage. That sounds just wonderful.
Let me ask you something beautiful. You didn't think the old Nick would find out about this, did you? Cagester could track you down. But I consulted the back of a map I found hidden on the back of a kid's menu at Wendy's that led me to a secret dumpster in the back of a Walmart parking lot in Pine Village, Indiana. There, I stole $1 from the body of a dead homeless man, the back of which contained a secret Freemason symbol. The last 4 digits of the serial number on the dollar corresponded to a flight number, which I took to London. And from London, it was a simple matter to dig a 200-foot tunnel under Buckingham Palace, which led to a secret cavern, inside of which was a stone tablet predicting the very ride on this very date that bore my name.
That's quite impressive. Allow me to make a quick phone call and get that money delivered.
Good call, baby doll.
Yes, that's right. He's here now. Yes. Yes, I'll keep him busy. Alright, hurry the fuck up.
Nobody fucks with the cage. The cage is rage. I have a fucking colophone set created after me.
Yes, Mr. Cage, I just made that phone call, and the bankers are on the way with your money as we speak.
Fan-fucking-tastic. I'll just wait right here.
Sir, you're coming with us.
Oh, now look what you've done. You brought the little Barbies down on us.
Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Have you been drinking a lot, sir?
Just a nip. Just popped down to the pub for a bit of all right. Going to arrest a man for that. Going to detain a blighter for enjoying his whiskey.
Alright, that's enough, sir.
Bacon smash. Bubbles and squeak. Smoked eel pie. Haggis!
That's it. Bring me the fucking bees.
No! What is that? What is that? Oh no, not the bees! Not the bees! My eyes! Ah! I haven't even sued knots for building Ghost Rider yet! Ah!
Well, damn.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Brian? It has been absolutely fantastic having you on here.
It has.
Yes, thank you so much.
If you do use our restroom, make sure you don't fall. We don't want the paperwork for the insurance and stuff. So, use the tree outside, okay? Pretend you're a kid at Shanghai Disney and, you use the grass.
I already come with paperwork signed that the host has no liability in terms of my fault. So I come prepared. Don't worry.
Good. That makes me happy.
Good.
Do you have any questions for us?
I know you guys said that last time, and no one had a question for you guys. But I will say I'm gonna kind of go like a little bit on the serious side here with this one. So what is, because being a podcaster myself, so what is the most fun you guys have about doing this show?
I love being at parks and having somebody come up and say, "I love your show." I was at the Ace event, and one of the guys said, "Man, I love that rap battle. That was awesome." I was like, it just made me feel really good.
That was pretty epic.
I love it because it gives me the best come-ons ever. I mean, you just walk up to a guy and be like, "You ever sucked a podcaster's dick?"
That doesn't quite work for the ladies.
Don't you have a shirt that says that too?
Or you just say, "Hey, you want to see my mic?"
Yeah.
But we actually have to get the fuck out of here. And that means you have to get the fuck out of here, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
And I was just having fun because I haven't seen you guys in a while and miss talking and hanging out and riding coasters with you guys.
July, the next Coaster Radio meetup, will also have the first RTO follow-up meetup.
Oh, this would be fun.
Yes,
the Ride This One meetup is going to be where all the craziness happens.
More details coming shortly on that. It was nice. I think that's the 6th time I've said it.
Yes, thank you for having me on the show. I enjoyed it.
You'd be the first.
Well, I still had to like console Tim like for 3 weeks straight after his appearance. So I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you guys went easy
nice
on him,
to know that
too.
He's such a pussy bitch. Tim, you heard that? You're a fucking pussy bitch. Don't be a pussy bitch.
I reached out. You know, I'm a good.
I just think he's jealous that he's not the only dick I'm interested in. I think he's just jealous.
You know, more importantly, we need to plan the collaboration, the Ride This One Civil Gore combo podcast. That has to happen at some point.
Absolutely.
The crossover.
Good.
Civil Horror.
Everything's about crossover, right? We now lately in the movies, TV, we need to have the Civil Gore ride this one crossover.
Absolutely.
Because the audience response to that one will be epic. I don't even think we could
We'll do a theme park movie. Let's do roller coaster.
Oh, yes. That's good. Because if you think about it, roller coaster does have a little horror element about it. It's a guy who's like...
It's a thriller.
Yeah, that works.
Meeting in the middle.
Exactly. And
or there's that Scream Park movie, too. Now, that's legit.
It does. But roller coaster is good because it has Rebel Yell in it, not this other silly Racer 75 coaster.
What the fuck? I just don't even understand.
Yeah, I mean, Clint broke it down pretty well on his website. He's like, in the end, it's still the same roller coaster, but you know what? You do, like, I think Goliath, you said it. You have these memory, or was it Gabriel? I don't know. You have the memories attached to the name a little bit. Too, it's not always so easy to change the name. Like you and I we're gonna call that thing Marine World Africa USA until it's illegal not to, right?
Exactly. I'm always gonna call it that, and people are like, huh? Then I have to, claim Discovery Kingdom, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry, and that's always gonna be Tidal Wave, that old Schwarzkopf there. And
yeah, at least they're not fucking with Montezuma's Revenge.
Right. Oh my God. Well, you mentioned something about that, like that it was like teased it or something. God, if that ever has the plans to go, I'm getting on the first flight and flying out for that thing.
That was what I said for Viper. If they're changing Viper at Magic Mountain.
Yeah, that's right.
That was my favorite aero coaster, and it's still an epic coaster.
Yeah, and the Great Adventure had the clone of that, and Great American Scream Machine. They actually said that way, and and they replaced it with the Green Lantern, and I loved the Scream Machine. So look at what I deal with, right? I mean,
Yeah, right, exactly.
Hey, by the way, where's Gare Bear? He's been really quiet.
Wow. It is just hard to say goodbye to you, Brian.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so charming.
Out the door. Before you make us more hungry. Before you make us more hungry with your promise
bitch. We'll
of
see you in July.
Get the fuck out.
Well, hopefully, maybe there'll be some meetup sooner, but yes.
Bitch, did we say to talk? We said get the fuck out.
Shalom.
Slater, I think you might need to gag him this time because he's not going to shut up.
I'm a Jewish guy from New York. What do you expect?
I know.
Okay, I'll peace out.
I expect you to let me fuck your bagel. Wait.
All right, I am out. Last words. Goodbye. Thank you guys for having me. Awesome show. You guys are awesome people. I know you guys don't want anyone to know that, but it's true. So so you can find us on Facebook at Civil Gore Podcast, and Instagram and Twitter at Civil Gore Podcast, and also civilgorepodcast@gmail.com.
Bye.
Bye, Brian. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, it was so nice having him on.
It was. It was great that, Gare Bear had to accidentally leave us, and then we got the straight agenda going. That makes me happy.
It's so rude. Just leaving like that.
I know. Come on. You had one job. Whatever. It's okay.
One job, and neither of our dicks are wet, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. You know what? You know why it is?
Why
he did it?
Why?
It's because he wanted to get out of Final Thoughts.
That's exactly.
Because he's never ready.
Fuck, dude. He's never ready. Gare Bear, what's your final thought? I never thought about a final thought since Gare Bear's cricketing us. What's your final thought?
Well, my final thought this week is that, bitch, I'm going to Disney World.
That's right. That's something we didn't even talk about.
And that's why I wanted to throw it in here. I'm going to talk about my experience when I get back. But for anyone listening in Florida, I'm going to be at Disney World starting today, the day this comes out. I'm going to be at Animal Kingdom. You can follow, keep an eye on me on Twitter, which we'll be going over that in a second, and keep up with me. And if you're around, hey, hit me up. Maybe we'll stop. We'll have a drink with you, ride a ride with you or something. Come say hi. So, but yeah, follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be trying to put pictures and shit up and actually be a good social media person.
But also, focus on Disney, experiencing Disney. Don't live through your phone.
Oh, I won't. I bought like the Disney Photo Pass things. It's going to take pictures of most everything for us.
Right.
So when I go back to the hotel room at night, I'm going to kind of upload and update from there.
That sounds good. I like that. that.
Because, I don't like sitting there taking a bunch of pictures. But I will be checking Twitter every once in a while to see if people are like, yo, what's up? I'm in Animal Kingdom or whatnot.
Right.
So, yeah, it's gonna be I am more excited for this trip than I've been excited for something in a really long time. This is a childhood dream come true. This bitch will probably cry when he walks into Magic Kingdom for the first time.
It's okay, I understand it. And the crazy thing is, I'm gonna be there 2 weeks later.
I know. And did you know your account is linked to my app, so I can see all of your plans?
I know that. I know that. You better not fuck with them.
No, I haven't fucked with them. I'm not gonna touch your fast pass to Soarin'. You're good.
No, trust me. Don't take your family to fucking Disney and try to plan. It's the most bullshit thing ever. It's not my family. It's my in-laws, and
no,
that's the
definitely
reason.
not.
Yeah.
But you know, that's my final thought. How about you, Goliath? What's your final thought?
You know, sitting at Six Flags over Georgia, waiting, listening to all the parks and stuff. I'm excited for this season. I'm excited for the season to start. Even if I'm not going to be able to ride much, at least at the beginning of the season, I'm excited for the season to start.
And Gare Bear, what's your final thought?
Hey, yeah, I'm a bitch. That's what I
forgot my phone. I forgot my charger. I'm a bitch. I forgot my charger.
Wow, he was ready. So.
Yeah, he was. That was the first time he's ever been ready for a final thought. Holy shit. He should lose his charger more often.
Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
That's fine. That's fine.
No. We love you, Gare Bear.
We do.
But we have to get out of here. But you guys need to know how to get a hold of us. So Goliath, how can they reach you?
I'm RTO Goliath on Twitter, and you can also watch me in the mornings on Live Me. I'm Coaster Freak.
Coaster Freak? F-R-E-A-K, motherfuckers.
That's right. What about you, Slater? How can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at RTO Slater. That's RTOSLATER. And of course, follow me along as of today to keep up with what's happening with me at Disney World.
Yes.
But you know, we have other ways. We also have the Facebook.
We do have the Facebook, facebook.com/ridethisone. We also have a phone number, so you can call us or text us. Text us pictures, text us whatever you want to text us. All right, 267-433-8447. Once again, that's 267-433-8447. Or if you don't know numbers, just type in 26-RIDE-THIS.
Yes, call or text. Please. And of course, we have a show Twitter, which is at Ride This One. And of course, obviously, Gare Bear at RTO Gare Bear on Twitter.
We have don't forget we have the intern.
We do have our very own bitch at RTO intern Chris.
Right.
It's been lovely, you all.
It has. It has.
It is time for me to go rub one out.
Enjoy the Magic Kingdom. Rubbing one out.
I will. Oh boy!
Stop fucking Mickey.
Oh Jesus.
Ride This One Podcast. If you want family friendly, go listen to Coaster fucking Radio.
Well, that's embarrassing.